Today we're going to show you how to upload the folders and files into our BoxNet account. Um, the most important part that we want to get by here is simply that please pay attention to detail and please try to be as organized as possible. This is kind of a tedious process, and you can make a couple mistakes, and a lot of people depend on this information that aren't as well versed in the files as the agents are. So the first thing we want to do here is we want to download the test property zip. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go up to the test property. We're going to right click and click the download button. A screen will pop up. Go click the save button. Make sure we're going to save it on our desktop. We're going to click the save button again. Then we are going to click the open button. This should pop up a screen that gives us the test property folder. We're going to minimize the browser, grab the test folder, and drag and drop it onto our desktop. You should only copy and move folders. We trust this site, so that's fine. We're going to close this out. Now we have the test property. If you're going to do a lot of files, I recommend you copy and paste a bunch of blank test property folders so that you could go ahead and rename and do all the work on your desktop, which will save you a lot of time, so you don't have to keep uploading and downloading. You just upload one time and do all the work one time. But for this example, we're only going to do one folder. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name this property. We're going to rename this property. Very important. We're going to right click on the folder, test properties, click rename, come up with the address 123 Main Avenue. Notice how I capitalize every first letter. Please make sure you put the entire address, including city and state. Once we have that done, now we have the folder completed. We open the folder. You will have these four folders inside. Final docs, offers, pictures, miscellaneous docs. The final docs are going to be any documents that are final. That would be an executed contract, a HUD, an exclusive listing agreement. Offers are any offers. Please make sure all offers submitted on a property are in the offers folder. Miscellaneous docs are for any documentation that is important to the file that might come after the fact. And pictures are obviously the pictures for the BPOs and the repairs. We're going to open up. At this point, you're going to go grab where you have all your docs. In my case, I have it in this REO folder that I've created. Here, I have 3 PDFs. This is the contract, the HUD, and the exclusive listing agreement. These are 3 final documentations. This file has been closed because it has a HUD. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open the final doc folder. Now you can do it this one of 2 ways. You can either A, copy and paste if you want to keep a copy for your records, which would you then go here, copy and paste, or you could just drag and drop. In the drag and drop method, you lose the folder on your desktop. It would only be on the server because you're going to upload this file. If the other method, you keep a copy for your own records. I like to do the drag and drop because it's easier and faster. And in that case, now I have my 3 documents in the folder correctly. Now I would go back and go to the offers. Here I have my offers placed. I have one offer. Notice I put O period, all the letters of the property address, and then I make sure that I include in the offer the name, both last names of the buyers. In some cases you only have one last name, some cases you have 2, in some cases you have the corporation. Please make sure you include all last names or the entire entity that is purchasing the unit. Now we drag and drop, as I like that method better. We're done. Now those are done. Pictures. I have pictures. We're going to go into the BPO. You can do this one of 2 ways. Again, cut and paste or drag and drop. I prefer the drag and drop. Open the BPO, drag all the pictures, drop them. You have your files there. Go back. My repair pics. These aren't pics, but let's list them. In this case, it would be pics. We'd go here. We drag and drop these into the repair folder. And now this folder, in my eyes, is ready to go. So everything's, we're going to check it, double check. Got the pictures. I have all the docs. I have the offers. And that's it. So now I don't have any miscellaneous stock, so we're good. Now once this is all ready to go, we're going to close this out. Remember, we have this on our desktop. We're going to open up the browser again. We're going to make it smaller so we can see where we have our folders. We're going to click properties. We're going to look for our office. In this case, this is Miami office. Remember two things: you are responsible for moving all your active folders to your close status. So in this case, we're doing a closed file because there's a HUD. So we click the closed. Once there's a HUD, please make sure you upload it and move the folder down. To upload this folder, we would then click the upload file. Double click, click once on the drag and drop. This little box will come out. Some people, if this is your first time running it, you'll get a screen asking to run a JavaScript. Please select run and make sure you check the box that says this is accepted. Don't ask me this question again. In my case, I've done it before, so it doesn't ask me the question. I grab the folder, I drag it into the box, I drop it, and now it tells me 5.9 megabytes. Now I click start upload. Please remember a couple things. Number one, the more pictures, the longer the upload. In this case, I don't have that much pictures, so this upload is only going to take about a minute and a half. If it's a bunch of documentation, it should be very quick. So you can do my recommendation if you want to upload a bunch of folders with pictures in them, do it one at a time. If not, you're going to be here waiting for a long time, not being able to use your computer. Or if you're using a lot of folders with just documentation, you can drag and drop as many as you want into the folder file and click upload, and it'll upload them all at the same time. Now, I recommend strongly that you be very careful with that you remember a couple things. Number one is that please pay attention to detail. It is very important that you label all your files correctly and your documentation correctly, because people who are not familiar with the file, as you, the agent, is, will be using this information or accessing this information. And second, more importantly, we are required by law to keep these records current. So please remember that attention to detail is very important. Sometimes this is a lengthy process, obviously. It's always dependent on how much data you're trying to upload. In this case, I was trying to upload 5 megabytes. My internet connection obviously is not the quickest, so it's taking its time, but it's almost done. If you have any questions or any doubts, just review the video several times. It's pretty self-explanatory. Once you have it down pat, you should be able to finish this rather quickly. At the beginning, it's pretty much a timely process, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually kind of simple. Since we do work with emails most of the time, most of our contracts are already in PDF files or format, and uploading them is just a matter of downloading them onto their desktop and renaming them correctly and then putting them into the system. I recommend highly that you rename your pictures. That would help. That helps us and yourself to go back on historical data point. So now, once this upload is almost done, I think we're getting there 100%. The upload is complete. We can X out of this, and now please verify that 123 Main Avenue is there. And final docs, check. Oh, there are all our files. We can go back and check if our picture's downloaded. There's our offer. Now let's check our pictures. And there are all our pictures. Repair pics. Let's look at our normal pics, our BPO pics. And there are our BPO pics. And now we've confirmed that the download was complete and successful. We could then repeat the process with another folder, or we can just X out and we're done. Thank you very much. Hopefully this has been educational and served its purpose.